Is the signal on?
Everyone needs well-being, good relationship and companionship, good health, financial stability. Everyone needs true wellness.
This is another Tuesday, and you know Tuesdays for us is always a good day.
Stay hooked on the True Word Television every Tuesday
Welcome again to the True Wellness Connections.
at 5:30 p.m. Winnipeg or Central Time to join Claudine Saint-J
That heartbreaking situation that you are in right now, it is just for a moment.
Elizabeth Bremo,
Know your do's and don'ts, then know the area you want to work on.
and many more well-equipped panelists
Because I never see anybody that waited upon the Lord and God put to shame.
to be educated,
When you study, don't study only for one day in a week and think you've arrived.
equipped,
No one can ever be perfect.
Nobody.
And no one can get it right all the time. We can all mess up.
sharpened,
To be a relaxed woman is more powerful than a talkative.
and empowered towards your true wellness.
You can change yourself. You can change how you see things.
From parenting, educating, health, finances,
When you are facing one issue or the other, the whole of you is involved.
relationships,
Every human being will face situations that they were not expecting.
spiritual,
Jesus said to his disciples, in this world you will have tribulation, so be of good courage.
and day-to-day life matters.
Everything is all about life.
They cut across all topics to make sure you reach the goal of being well.
We talk about homes, education, we talk about children, we talk about marriage.
Different topics, different guests.
If we must deal with challenges and vulnerabilities, especially vulnerabilities, we have to deal with pain.
The True Wellness Connections, every Tuesday, 5:30 p.m. Winnipeg or Central Time with Claudine Saint-J and Elizabeth Bremo
We will be glad to have you with us.
on the True Word Television. Don't dare miss an episode. You are watching the True Word Television, spreading the true word of salvation. Everyone needs well-being, good relationship and companionship, good health, financial stability. Everyone needs true wellness.
This is another Tuesday, and you know Tuesdays for us is always a good day.
Stay hooked on the True Word Television every Tuesday
Welcome again to the True Wellness Connections.
at 5:30 p.m. Winnipeg or Central Time to join Claudine Saint-J
That heartbreaking situation that you are in right now, it is just for a moment.
Elizabeth Bremo,
Know your do's and don'ts, then know the area you want to work on.
and many more well-equipped panelists
Because I never see anybody that waited upon the Lord and God put to shame.
to be educated,
When you study, don't study only for one day in a week and think you've arrived.
equipped,
No one can ever be perfect.
Nobody.
And no one can get it right all the time. We can all mess up.
sharpened,
To be a relaxed woman is more powerful than a talkative.
and empowered towards your true wellness.
You can change yourself. You can change how you see things.
From parenting, educating, health, finances.
When you are facing one issue or the other, the whole of you is involved.
Relationships.
Every human being will face situations that they were not expecting.
Spiritual.
Jesus said to his disciples, in this world you will have tribulation, so be of good courage.
And day-to-day life matters.
Everything is all about life.
They cut across all topics to make sure you reach the goal of being well.
We talk about homes, education, we talk about children, we talk about marriage.
Different topics, different guests.
If we must deal with challenges and vulnerabilities, especially vulnerabilities, we have to deal with pain.
The True Wellness Connections, every Tuesday, 5:30 p.m., Winnipeg or Central Time, with Claudine Sintije and Elizabeth Bremo
We will be glad to have you with us.
on the True Word Television. Don't dare miss an episode. This program is proudly brought to you by Nefertiti 24K Gold Soap. Jabari Design Watches. And Nefertari Beauty. You are watching the True Word Television, spreading the true word of salvation.
Hello, everyone. This is the True Wellness Connection, broadcasting from the True Word Television station. We are so happy that you can join us this evening, and this is the day that the Lord has made. You will rejoice and be glad in it. My name is Elizabeth Bremo, and I am so happy to have you with us this evening. I'm not alone. I have beautiful people by my side. I'm going to start with Apostle Jerome. Introduce yourself.
Okay, hi everybody. It's great to be here. Jerome Bonyoma is my name, and I'm so glad to be here on this show for the first time, actually. So it's a great honor for me to be here, and I hope you enjoy it. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much. That is our CEO in this True Word Television station. Also, I have my wonderful, beautiful, lovely sister by my side, and I want her to introduce herself. Sister Claudine.
Yes. Mama Lizzie. Good evening, each and everyone. Welcome again to our show today. We are very, very excited to have you joining us again. And the more exciting is to have our CEO, Apostle Jerome, being our guest today for the very first time.
Yeah.
I don't know where he has been, but we are so grateful today to have him. And it's going to be fun. We are going to have a good time. And yeah, stay connected.
Thank you so much. So, I will advise our audience, please call your friends. Ladies, get on the phone and call your friends. To the husbands, get your wife and sit by the side of your television or your laptop and just watch, listen, contribute, ask us questions. love, like, and share our show. We would be happy if you can do that for us. Today we are going to talk about a topic that is not all that known, though everybody go through it one way or the other. That is why it's so important for us to talk about it. And it's from brokenness to breakthrough. You know, most people always say, I have a breakthrough in this, I have a breakthrough in that. Most of the time, they don't talk about what they were able to go through before experiencing that breakthrough. So that is what we are going to focus on this evening. From brokenness to breakthrough, under which we have navigating odds, pain, and then rebuilding. You know, so all these words are so important in what we are going to discuss this evening. Now, I'm going to start with Apostle Jerome.
Yeah.
We are so privileged to have you here with us this evening.
Yeah.
We are not taking you for granted at all. So thank you so much.
Though I'm taking myself for granted.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah.
So what can you say about brokenness, or what does odds mean to you?
Definitely, heart is something that that has happened to every human being. You know, it's funny how different people define this in different various ways. Okay, but in one way or the other, you know, in my whole entire life, I've always wanted to be an easy speaking person in such a way that I don't like complicating terminologies and, you know, different things that happen. I always want to bring, even with the gospel, bring things down on earth so anyone to understand, right? So when we talk about heart, this is something that has happened to every person that causes pain, because heart comes with pain. So when we talk about heart, it is hard to dissociate it from the pain. Okay? So it might be a physical heart or hurting, or it might be an interior or inside heart. But whichever way it goes, it is heart. And what this means to me is that it is something that happens to each and every individual, every human being. It is not a matter of when, it is a matter of how. And that's what we are going to be talking about here this evening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're
What
welcome.
about you, Mama Claudine?
So for me, you know, as Apostle Jerome said, is that there is a different kind of hurt, can be physical, but more likely, I think most of people will get hurt more emotionally. Very rare people get hurt physically, because when you get hurt physically, that means involved like injury, wound, burn, like something that somebody can see on the outside. And actually, physical hurt is more, it can be treated easily than emotional hurt, emotional distress.
That's right.
So what I see more that hurt most of people is emotional hurt, because you go through pain that no one can see.
That's right.
We go through pain that you walk every single day, smile on your face, makeup on your face, but the inside is dying. So we are hoping that we are going to be able to navigate how we can bring those emotional distress, emotional hurt at the surface in order to be taken care of, so that, because pain, hurt, we're always there in different ways in our life. But I understand we'll be talking about how can we now overcome the
That's right.
fact that there is an emotional distress, there's an emotional pain. How can we overcome those things and be able to rebuild and move on with life? So, yeah.
I think this show is going to be very interesting in such a way that, sometimes I'll always be picking from what you're saying, okay, so that I can try to outline or bring my understanding or my expose. So, like, from what Mama Claudine is saying, I understand she wants to put a big emphasis on the emotional pain or the internal pain or heart, okay? Whereas you will agree with me that it is always very hard to dissociate these two. Why am I saying this? Because it goes both ways. I'll give you an example. I know a lot of women and even a lot of men who are living in very toxic marriages where it involves physical abuse, and there's a lot of hurt, okay, at the physical level, but they do the best they can. I know there are ladies, they do the best they can to not take this into their emotions. There are ladies that you've seen who tell you, me, if my husband doesn't beat me, I'm not happy. Oh, yeah. I've seen women who are like, I enjoy it when my husband beats me. Like, when my husband beats me, it makes me feel good. If he can beat me up, and then after that he comes and he cools me down, and then, he comes and he cools me down, and then he brings me some gifts and all that, and then from there, we can even find ourselves, like having a sexual intercourse and all this, like it is part of this, right? I love it that way. So she enjoys being beaten up by her husband, and she doesn't take it to heart. People like those, when you go and you tell her, this is bad, why your husband beating you, they will even tell you, is it your problem, right? So and they're living with that. But yet it hurts. When they're being beaten up, it hurts on the outside, but they refuse to take it in the inside. And there are other people who are hurting in the inside, but they totally manage. They numb it. They can't show it on the outside. It's like they play it cool. And you see them, they'll come out, they'll smile, they'll do all these things, but they're hurting. So it goes both ways. There are people who are hurting emotionally, and there are people who are hurting physically. But the problem, as Mama Claudine said, is like we are going to elaborate and, see like how we are going to handle this, because the problem is not the heart. The heart is not a problem. The problem is how to manage it, how to deal with it, and how to rebuild from that.
Thank you so much. I'm of the theory of calling a spade a spade. If you are hurting and you are painting it, it doesn't pay me. I'm enjoying it. You are hurting yourself. Before something can hurt you, it means that thing is so important. It matters. And when it hurts, if it's not important, it will not hurt you. I'm not sure whether you get what I'm saying. If it's not important, it will not hurt you. So, but if there is something going on and you choose, like most people always say, I'm doing selective hearing, which means I hear what I want to hear. You can tell me two pages and I will get only one sentence because I'm doing selective hearing. What the major thing we are focusing on is your welfare, your tomorrow. What you are experiencing, can you teach your children to experience it? Is it okay? Is it safe for you? Because art deals with, inner pain, and it can be there for years.
Yeah.
Now, let's remember that people always say, hurt people, hurt people. People that are hurt,
Yeah, are the ones who hurt others.
they are the ones
Who hurt others.
who hurt others. So now I want to talk about how can we know hurt people. I know we can easily know them through the way they behave, but as individual, let's choose a place of work, for example.
Yeah.
How can we protect ourselves from hurt people?
Okay. Yeah, you want me to go first?
Yeah.
That's a very good question. See, this is the very thing that I'm talking about here. Number one, we can't even talk about hurt or hurt people if themselves they don't get to a place of understanding that they're hurting. Okay?
That is true.
It takes someone to understand that I'm hurting to need to be rebuilt.
And I need them.
And I need help. The world today, we are dealing with a huge number of people who are playing what I call the hypocritical game. Like, trust me, out of 100 people that you see smiling in the streets or workplace or in the church or anywhere, you find 80% of them that are not true with their smile. And sometimes when I teach, this is what I always tell people, that I don't want you to be a Christian in church. I want you to be a Christian between you and God when no one is watching. That is the true you.
Yeah.
Other than that, people are so very good at portraying, at playing. I know a woman who's having issues in her marriage, and she's hurting, but she says, I can't say anything. I can't do anything because of my children. And even when you tell her, okay, is it okay? Do you think I can talk to your husband? She says, oh, that man is like, I don't know, even like, like, don't even talk to him. But the man is torturing her financially. The problem is the finances. It's like the man took some engagements, bought a new car, very expensive car that he has to pay for, and now the woman is left with dealing with all the bills and whatever. The man can't do anything anymore, and this is hurting her so much. But she can't say anything in the name of religion, okay, religiously submission and all these things. But if you see how that lady smiles in public and how happy she is and things, you will never tell. Okay? So how shall we know people who are hurt so that we protect ourselves from them? That's a very big problem there, because number one, they have to first admit that they're hurting, and that they should learn how to deal with their hurt properly so that they don't hurt others. Because some people who hurt don't forcibly hurt others. No. There are some people who are hurting, but who just retract.
Yeah.
They just retract and stay within themselves, especially if they're introverts. And you will never even be able to tell from their behavior and from how they deal with you. They'll give you this smile when they're at workplace or public place, but when they retract, they're hurting. The only thing that I can say here is, please, if there is anyone out there who's going through a situation where you're hurting, whether it is physically or emotionally, the best thing to do is to speak out.
Speak out.
Yes.
The best thing to do is to not hide it. Because if you hide it, then you're killing yourself. It's like you're holding a gun, okay, and you're shooting yourself. Or you're holding a knife and you're cutting your veins one by one and you're bleeding. The result is you're going to die. That's when you just see people, someone has fallen down and is dead. You're like, what's going on? There were things that were piling up. So the first type of people that I want to talk about is the ones that are hurting and that don't show that they are hurting.
That's right.
And those are the very dangerous ones that we meet in different places, because people like those, they will do a reaction. It will happen once. Okay? I've seen a woman
To be a bigger one.
Yes, it will be a bigger one. They'll do it once. I've seen a woman who killed her husband because she piled up a lot of things that the husband was doing to her for years, for over 15 years.
Wow.
She was piling up, piling up, piling up. It happened one morning out of no good reason. They were peaceful even. The man was sleeping. She just came with a knife and stabbed the husband in his sleep. Okay? And then later on, people started finding what was happening. So it had piled up. That's the most dangerous one. So if there are people who are hurting that we need to deal with, the most dangerous ones are the ones who don't show it.
That's
I'll
right.
be very happy to deal with a person who's hurting and who can show it, right? Who can show you through their behavior. And then how can we protect ourselves from them? I think it is not the proper word for us to say, how do we protect ourselves from them? It is, how do we help them? And I think that's something that we're going to talk about next, maybe after Mama Claudine has to say something.
Okay.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You said really a lot. So I was just going to go back of what you said earlier. That was kind of a little bit interesting, saying like how some women, they take pleasure in being beaten, you know, by their husband. They feel like, you know, and yeah, as I heard, there are some other women also, they can just do something like, you know, sometimes women, they can really be longing to have the attention from their man. And you have heard whenever those women get beaten, and that's the time the husband come to buy them super wax and they buy them jewelry, buy them all the beautiful stuff in order to beg them back to themselves. So these women, once you have beaten them, they'll be like, when you go to bed too, I'm going to wear jeans today, I'm going to do this. Like, we'll find a way, how can I get attention from my man?
Yeah.
How can I get this man to give me what I want? So it's not a good way, but their mind tell them, I have to do something to be able to get the attention from this man. So it shouldn't be that way. Every woman should feel loved, should feel entitled to get that gift, that's something that they want, if they know the man is able to afford it.
Yeah.
So they shouldn't have to expose their body to be beaten for them to be paid the price of something that they deserve. They should be able to get freely. Okay. So speaking of having piling up things going on in your life, not speaking and being afraid, like this lady saying, like, a man bought this particular car that they have to go and they pay all the time. You know, Pastor Jerome, there are so many things that women suffer and women go through. And all those maybe it's because of the culture. Okay? So if you see in this country where we are, that's why every woman now we have a new name, or the women of overseas, the women of North America. I don't know whatever the name they give us. We have so many names because for some reason here, because of the culture, because if you live with people, there's some culture of the place where you live, you pick up.
Yeah.
Women now, they learn to say, no, I think I can say no. I think I can tell my husband that I don't like this.
Yeah.
But the moment you say it, you're going to be treated as if you're being rude, disrespectful, that you're not being submissive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yet what you are speaking is something that really you deserve to speak. So now, how are we going to educate also our men?
Yeah.
You know, to understand that as a woman, I have a mind. I can think. I can realize that even though you are my husband, I love you so much, but in this area, it looks like you are taking advantage of me.
You're
But
hurting me.
you are hurting
Yeah.
me. It really hurts. And I think I'm working to, I think I can be able also to, I can contribute something. I can be able to tell you that this car is too expensive for our level. But once you say something, it gets labeled that you're not being submissive. Or sometimes they may say that, oh, you know, you are dictating a man you know, they always think that only the man have a last word to say. But sometimes women can be wiser than men.
Yeah.
So we need to be able to see how can we educate each other as a couple, or especially educate men, because most of women, they are hurting a lot. Because you just can't speak. Because when you talk, like, you know, okay, a foolish woman destroyed their marriage. So anything is a foolish woman destroyed their marriage, but they never say, they never say a foolish man does what? Those does not be so. So from that angle, that's why you see many women are hurting a lot, and you just have to shut down in the name of keeping your marriage going where you have no life in it. So how are we going to really educate women regardless? Allow your pain to be exposed. There's a proverb in my language that says, instead of dying with something inside you, I would rather tell you how I feel. And if you don't like what I told you, you can kill me if you want. At least the people will know who killed me and what I died for, other than dying from the inside.
Okay, I have one question for you. So are you saying that women that they prefer their husband beating them, is it cultural? Because I don't understand someone inflicting pain on you and you are happy.
I wouldn't say it's cultural. I think it's those women with a very low self-esteem.
I will interject on that.
Yeah, very low self-esteem, to the point that you think you have no say on your husband saying, I need this super wax, my husband. I know you can afford it. It has been 2 or 3 years. I don't get, I really want this one. So I think as a woman, you should be able to freely go to your husband and express the desires of your heart, and hoping that your husband will be able to honor you. You don't have to be beaten to get what you deserve.
You know, I said I will interject on that, and I'll be able to answer your question. In Congo, there is a saying, and a lot of singers have been singing about it. They say the fights and wrangles in marriage are ingredients that build up the marriage, that solidify the marriage. So if people are fighting and they're quarreling, they're ingredients. It is part of things that make marriage stronger. That's what they say.
Who is this?
Now, there is a lady, true story, there is a lady who went to the parents-in-law, to the husband's parents, with a complaint. And do you know what her complaint was? Funny. She came and she said, I can't comprehend this thing. I don't understand what kind of a man I have. This man is so faithful to me. He doesn't go out. I check his phone, everything. He's like, there is nowhere that I can find that this man is cheating on me and anyhow. And yet to me, I'll be, my joy, my happiness will be at least wants to hear that there is a lady that my husband is going out with, so that I'll go fight that woman, so that I'll prove who I am. I'll prove I'm the holder of this husband. Like, this is my man. I need at least some time to find an opportunity where I can quarrel with my husband about something. But it doesn't give me any reason. Like, everything is just so perfect. What kind of a man is this? I will enjoy it at least sometimes that we also have an argument. And then he has to tell me, oh, sorry, no, that's not true. That's just a colleague. That's just like a workmate and all this. So this is what I enjoy. So you need to know that different women are wired differently.
Yeah.
So now when it comes to this beating part, it's not like, we're not talking about a recurrent beating for no good reason. There are women who feel like if there is anything that has happened, that can push my husband to feel like he's annoyed, then he would come and slap me, okay? And then I'll cry, and then he'll come and babysit me, things like those. So it is not cultural, it's just like, we're talking about personalities.
Yeah.
There are people who are too much attention seeking, okay, that they enjoy that. it has nothing to do with religion
Borderline
or
personality.
it's just like that is who they are. But now getting back to the topic here, that's what we are talking about. You see a woman in marriage who's been beaten up by the husband, and you see that this man is mistreating this woman.
Yeah.
Do you know that you come and try to play the advocate in between them? They both ashame you. They tell you, what's your problem? Like, who invited you to be to come in? Like, they've beaten her today. She goes back to her family, and then you go to talk to the husband, and the moment you're talking to the husband, she's like, no, you don't have the right to talk to my husband like that. Like, she sides up with the husband again. You've never seen people like those?
Oh, yeah, I have.
So much. So it's like, she's hurting. You can see this woman is hurting. You need help. You say, I like my husband like that. If he's going to beat me, if he's going to torture me. Do you know that there are women who would have their men bringing another woman in their house? Huh? The man will bring another woman in the house, and then she'll discover it. And then she'll just talk, no, me, I don't like this. And then you ask her, you say, how can you tolerate things like this? She tells you, no, I let it be like that. I'll handle it myself. The man can go out with another woman. The man is coming and telling story. Hey, Lizzie, you know what? That Claudine, I thought she's even something. She's like you, seriously? And you can take this, and they take it, and they enjoy it, and they like it. Now, someone like this, we can't even talk about them like being people who are hurting because they enjoy their heart.
No.
At all. Now, getting back on topic, on the people who are really hurting, that the husband is cheating, that the husband is mistreating them financially, the way they behave and all this, come out and speak out. That's what we are saying.
Yeah.
Talk about it. There is nothing as such as entertaining hurt and pain. It will take you to the grave. Come out, speak out, seek help. Look for a third person. Talk about it. Okay? And that is how we are going to be able to join your bark and help you and give you avenues of how to deal with this. And if you've been hurt over the past, we are going to be able to advise you how you can build. Because take it this way. Look at it like a wall. Okay? If a wall is broken and you need to rebuild it, you only rebuild it based on how it was broken.
Yeah.
You can't come and rebuild it not considering the cracks and where the problem is, right? So if you need to be rebuilt and you need to know how to deal with your pain and your heart, expose it to us.
Yeah.
Let us see how much you've been hurting. Let us see how much of the brokenness is there. Then it will help us advise you on how you can rebuild on that. If you don't expose this and you don't show that clearly, you don't show us all the cracks and everything, and you're hiding certain things, then it's impossible for us to help you rebuild.
Now, Apostle Jerome, I believe there are still some people, especially in African community, that they cannot talk. Now, this hurt, this pain leads to trauma.
Yes.
And we are talking about years now. And that trauma is now, just imagine hurt and pain being blocks. And trauma is now the whole building. If you are not careful, that trauma will damage your life.
Yes.
So now, for those that are now experiencing trauma from marriage, from family member, from their work, from colleague, how can they start receiving healing? Because I know this topic we cannot finish today. So, to our audience, we are going to have part 2, if not part 3.
Yeah.
Because if you don't deal with the hurt, if you don't deal with the pain, it will now become like a building block
Mm-hmm.
They will now, you will start adding pain to pain,
Mm-hmm.
hurt to hurt,
Yeah.
because you are not talking.
Mm-hmm.
You are not receiving healing. You are not receiving help. You are not talking to a counselor. You are not talking to a therapist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You are not even talking to a sister, a
Mhm.
friend that can easily help you.
Yeah.
So, how can they start receiving healing, Mama Claudie?
I'm going to add to what you just said.
Mm-hmm. I'll keep my question. Yeah.
But we have to remember these things. You know, when we go into marriage, we go singing, dancing, hallelujah, God, thank you for answering my prayers.
Mm-hmm.
The moment you are into it, you begin to see red flags and the things. You don't start right away, start telling people what you are going through. Of course, you're going to try to manage your problem, to smile, to do 1 year, 2, 3, 4 years. Do you know how shameful it is for a woman to tell somebody else that your marriage is not working?
Mm-hmm.
Number one, you feel like a failure.
Yeah.
Number two, you feel like, what did I fail in this marriage?
Mm-hmm.
So even though your husband may be abusing you, it's very shameful in that marriage that I went into singing and dancing to tell somebody that I'm being abused.
Yeah.
I will try first to fight by myself, keep a smile on my face, hold my husband by hand until 1 year, 2, 3, or 4, or 5 years. But there will be a day where you'll be fed up to here.
Yes.
So what I'm trying to say here is that in a marriage, women, when you see things going out, starting to be sour on the outside, it did not start that day you get to know the problem. So many people in a marriage, you begin to handle, and that's what you begin to deal with, for better, for worse.
Yeah.
You deal with it first. You know, you accept the package you found in your marriage. You deal with it, but what we are talking about here, always acknowledge your limit.
Yeah.
And they say, I've been fighting for 5, 6, 7, 10 years. I think it's about time now I have to accept the fact that I'm suffering and I'm struggling in this marriage. You can't be a hero in that marriage and accept today. One day, acknowledge how many years you have been patient, fighting to keep your marriage, and then let it go if you have to let it go.
Yeah.
And expose, it's not even let it go, expose the pain. Because sometimes even your partner will not allow you to expose the pain.
Yeah.
Because you can't take the pain by yourself. You have to tell your partner, let's go talk about this issue I've been fighting for. What would you do, Pastor? That's another question will come to you. You want to talk about it, because the women, the person we are, when it's hurting, we are good at exposing. Because we want to get better. We don't really keep for too long. What would you do when you want to expose your pains so you can heal, but your partner shuts you down?
Oh, wow. That's a very good question. A very interesting one. I'll answer both questions at the same time because they almost go into the same direction. Let me tell you something. There is no one who is a champion when it comes to heart issues. No one is a champion. Because these things don't deal with physical strength. They deal with emotional. Do you know why I'm laughing? Let me tell you a story. You know, when I was growing up, I had a girlfriend. She was a sister that we were singing with in the same choir. And then in the same time, I had a friend, a brother of ours, who was coming and telling us a story how he was hurting and he was suffering because his girlfriend was giving him a hard time and the girlfriend was going with another guy. And he said, it's hard for me even to eat. And I started laughing at him. I said, you man, what are you talking about? Are you stupid? Because of a woman, you're failing to eat. I said, that's not me. Me?
Bring food.
Bring food. I'll eat. Sure, because I'm a woman. What are you talking about? Then one time, we go somewhere in our choir, we go to sing, and we sit, okay? And they serve us food, and we're eating. And that lady who was my girlfriend was sitting next to me, okay? And we're eating. And now this other guy, because he was older than all of us, just shows up. And he comes and he calls her. Hey, I'll not mention her name because you might be not watching the show. He said, hey, Lizzie, come here. And then the lady stood up. And she went. And she sat down close to that guy. And I knew that this guy was trying to fall in love with her, but though she had preferences for me, but the guy was pushing hard. And then they start eating. And this guy is eating, and because she was our elder in the choir, right?
Yeah.
They're eating, and he puts his hand like this on the girl's shoulder. And he's eating, and they're talking. I tell you, things started boiling inside of me. I don't even know where they came from. I don't know. I took a spoon of rice, Lizzie. I put it in my mouth like this. I started chewing. I wanted to send it here. Do you think it was passing? Do you think it would go? It got stuck here. I felt something building inside of me. Rice could not go through here.
Just for the hand being
Just because,
here.
just by watching. No, I felt like, what is this guy showing? Is he showing that because he's older than me, he can just snatch the girlfriend from me? So I was like, what should I do here? Now we are choir members. We are singing in a
lots
church.
of things will be going.
So now, because of that alone, things piled up. And I failed to even swallow the rice. You know how much I love rice. I eat rice from the first to the 30th. That day, rice could not pass through my throat. And it's not because I didn't want to. I wanted to eat my rice, but what was built inside of me couldn't allow the rice to pass through here. So there is no one who will say, that's when I understood what the other friend was talking about. I was like, now I get. There is no one who is a champion in these things. Don't think you can manage this by hiding that inside of you.
Yeah.
Number one, expose it. Bring it out. Talk about it. Even if your spouse is trying to stop you, okay, from mentioning this, find someone. It might be a colleague, it might be a pastor, it might be a friend, it might be, the fact of just talking about this alone cools you down.
Yes.
The moment you just even talk about it, even if someone hasn't given you a solution, just the fact of exposing it and bringing it out will give you a solution.
Yes.
That's the first thing that I'll ask. If someone is there and I love it that this lady that I talked about the husband who bought a car, was able to open up and talk to me.
Yeah.
She opened up, and when she was talking, you could see her eyes and the hurt and the tears, and that one already is the beginning of a healing process.
Yeah.
Okay, that's number one. Now, number two, we talk about the people who are introverts, and it's not their nature. They're not very good at talking sharing or doing anything. This is what you need to know. Okay. In 1 Samuel, I'll give you a Bible quote. In 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 6, it's the story of David. We all know how God needed a king and sent a prophet to go and choose a king in the house of Jesse. And then Jesse started looking at the people who were coming out, and David's siblings, because of their height, their beauty, and all that. And that's the passage that says that the Lord doesn't see as man sees. You might be there, you're an introvert, and you're hurting, and you have a lot of pain inside of you, and you feel like you shouldn't talk to anyone about it. Then if you're confident enough, please talk to God about it.
Yes.
Talk to God about this. I love telling people, in fact, one of my main counseling that I give to married couples is that when God gives you a husband or a wife, the only person who will know this person better is God himself. Okay? That is God himself. Again, if you read about this in Jeremiah chapter 19, I believe, the Bible is talking about the man's heart. Okay, how evil man's heart is. And it is only God who can comprehend it. So I always tell people, I say, if your husband is giving you a hard time, report them to God. If your wife is giving you a hard time, report them to God. That is the most dangerous thing to do to anyone who is causing you harm. When you go on your knees and you cry about it and you speak to God about it, trust me, God will intervene. God will speak to someone. Hear me very well. I'm giving you an illustration. God will speak to someone who will come and talk to you and make you talk. I want to give you an example. There is a lady in my circles that I know who's a servant of God, but who has been burning out because of the many things that she was doing. And then God just put it in my heart to have a conversation with her based on something that happened. That was not even leading to, her heart. So I came and I started talking to her and I was like, I understand you did this and that. Like, are you okay? She says, yeah, I'm fine. Everything is okay. I say, okay, that's good. Then the moment she said, I'm okay, I could read in her eyes that she's not okay. And I said, are you sure you're really fine? Then she broke into tears. See? And she was really in need of talking to someone. But she didn't know how to start it and what to say, right?
That's right.
But then the Spirit led me to go talk to her. So when you start reporting this to God, because if you don't do this, even to God, it will look like you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
You're liking it. You can manage it by yourself. You have a solution. You have a way out by yourself. And God will not do anything. So he will let you deal with it. But when we bring to God things that are beyond our understanding, then it starts from there. Until we show him that this has failed me, he will not do anything.
No,
So it is one way. Either you talk to someone or you talk to God and say, Lord, this is beyond me. Now, another thing that causes people to not speak out is their ego and personality, especially for men. You see, Mama Claudine said something and said, women are very good at speaking out. Men, we are very bad. Men, a man can be having a problem. Okay? Let me talk about it, like especially for us pastors. Do you know that pastors are suffering a lot?
Yeah.
Do you know that? Let me talk on behalf of every pastor. And if there is a servant of God watching there, do you know, because everyone else come to us with their problems, we think we are substituting God. We are taking God's place in such a way that if I'm hurting, I feel terrible to talk about it to anyone because they'll say, hey, even you, pastor, I thought you can handle this. I thought you can manage this. So because of that shame and because of that ego, because of our personality, I'm the bishop, I'm the apostle, I'm the reverend, I'm this, people think they have become God. Look, even pastors are hurting. We have a heart of flesh. Okay? My wife can also do something and it hurts me. And it pains me very hard.
Yes.
Okay? And I need to speak to someone about it. And the bad thing is, because we are now having pastors, Mama Lizzie, who are, especially our African pastors, it is them, then from them it is God. They are not accountable to anyone. There is no one as such as, but I think you said it right, that we are going to have a part 2 of this, because I'm now feeling like talking about pastors now. Do you know that pastors' wives are really hurting a lot?
Oh, yes.
Because of what their husbands are taking them through, and then they say, in the name of the Bible, be submissive and all these things. The wife doesn't even know who to talk to about this. Because the husband, it is him, then after him, it is God. You don't even know anyone that, okay, if I talk to this person, my husband will listen to this person. No, because he's the bishop, he's the big man, and he's this and this and that. So because of that ego, so many pastors are dying with things. It's about church, it's about the believers, it's about the work of God. They have a lot of pain and a lot of heart, but they can't speak out. Why? Because they look at their position. Let me tell you, don't look at your position. Don't look at who you are. You are a director of any company. You are a big, prominent person. You are a superstar. You are whatever. You're still a man. You're still a human being. You have a heart of flesh. If you're hurting, come out. Speak out because you need help.
Wow. Oh my. Thank you so much, Apostle Jerome. Thank you so much, Mama Claudine. And to our audience, we need to stop here today because of the time, and we don't really want to overwhelm anyone that would like to watch this show 2-3 times, because this is a show you need to rewatch. If you are the one hurting someone, or you are the one being hurt, this is a show for you. If you are the one that is hurting someone, this is a time for you to have a rethink and change your ways. I believe there is no joy when you inflict pain, whether psychologically, emotionally, or physically, on someone. There is no joy there. And we are going to talk deeply about this next week.
Yeah.
We are going to look into ways, especially in African culture, how we can help control or stop trauma.
Yeah.
There are some trauma that are unspeakable,
Yes.
that people are going through. So please go rewatch as many times as possible this show today. Thank you so much for joining us. We are so happy that you are able to. Make sure you enjoy the beautiful weather outside, and see you next week.
Thank you so much for being here today. We are going to come back next week, as Mama Lizzie said. I'll be here, and we are going to elaborate more, because we've mainly talked about the pain and the solution on how to speak out about the pain. But then we are going to be able to touch on how to rebuild after the pain storm as well next week.
It's going to be nice.
Thank you so much. Bye.
See you next week. Bye-bye.
You are watching the True Word Television, spreading the true word of salvation.